Hey everybody, what's happening? Hey, it's James here, back for a video out here in the West. Just thought I'd do a little quick one, or see how quick it goes. Talk about blues comps, blues compilations albums. Picked up a few recently, and blues comps are one of my favorites. Type of thing to get. For really like a number of reasons, but obviously the blues, love the blues, but blues comps are it's kind of like listening to a blues like radio station and or a blues radio show. And there's really I don't know how it is around other parts of the country in terms of blues radio shows. San Francisco has a great one. Tom Maziano, who does a show in San Francisco. Well, technically it's Berkeley, KPFA radio, but he's been doing that show for a long time. It's called Blues by the Bay. And just listening to a blues radio show, it's so relaxing. Just driving in the car, kicking it at home. There's something about it. So blues comps, have that feel to it, and just a nice variety. And the other thing about blues comps is they're cheap. They should be around $7, and they're great albums. Anything on obscure labels, major labels like Chess has a bunch of them, obviously. And the ones on the obscure labels are, more interesting maybe because they're, off or unknown artists. So, get some blues comps. They're great. And I'll show a few I've gotten recently. This one is called Keep It to Yourself, Arkansas Blues Volume 1. And this is on the Rooster Blues label. Came out in 1983, and it's all it's all recorded in 1976, various artists. No one that I know of, the names, so that's it. Keep it to yourself. A nice variety of blues styles here. But there's some tracks on here that have that kind of Mississippi Hills style that got popularized like on Fat Possum releases, starting in the, I guess, 90s. Junior Kimbrough, R.L. Burnside, all those cats. But Keep It to Yourself is a really, really good one. And I think, again, this was maybe $7, and this is probably one of my favorite blues comps that I have. Maybe like 25, 26 blues comps, but that's it there. Another one, I actually just picked this up like 2 days ago, and I haven't listened to it yet, but it's called Blues Obscurities Volume 2, Lonesome Harmonica, and as you can see, it's a Japanese pressing with the obi, which is, it's always interesting how the Japanese, put out a lot of blues. They're not put out, but they're Japanese pressings, because this is on the London label. And again, just a variety of artists. I don't know who any of these guys are, but just the Lonesome Harmonica subtitle really attracted to me. Maybe it's some spare haunting kind of blues, which is certainly one of my favorites. But yeah, this is on London. And it's all tracks recorded between 1960 and 1968. And I don't know any of these artists either. Lonesome Harmonica is that one. And another one I picked up recently is this one. It's simply called Sticks on My Shoulder, released by the Mississippi label. See that? And George Mitchell, who was one of the more prolific guy going out there doing field recordings and discovered a lot. This was all artists and music recorded between 1976 and 1979 in Georgia. So they're all Georgia-based musicians. And the story here on the back of on the notes is George Mitchell was. It says he was conducting field research for the Georgia Grassroots Music Festival, and so he discovered all these cats, and then ended up, putting together this record. Well, actually, based on the notes, he wrote the notes in 1980, and maybe there's like an original of this. I don't know, because I don't know when this came out. But yeah, again, this is on Mississippi. Yeah, it's cool. On the bottom it says, in Georgia, it is said that a man who wants to learn to play guitar should take his box to the cemetery at night, sit on a grave, and throw sticks over his shoulder. So that's the origin of the title here, Sticks on My Shoulder. So yeah, that's just a quick one. Yeah, blues. I feel like it doesn't. I think I've mentioned this in the past. Blues doesn't seem to get talked about a lot. It doesn't get shown a lot, and not just on the VC. Just in general, you don't really have a random conversation with somebody and they're talking about the blues, and I don't really know why. There's a lot of things in life I don't understand. A lot of absurdities in this existence that don't make any sense. Blues is it's always in my rotation, no matter what kind of what kind of phase I'm into. It always weaves its way back in. It's sort of a semi-omnipresent music that's taking place here in the house. I can be listening to some prog, some classical, some electronic, some metal, and the blues always weaves its way back in, and so it's great. I love the blues, and again, these comps they're always available. They're always cheap. You can always grab a couple here and there. So yeah, on your next run, get some blues comps. They're amazing. Anyway, I'm rambling here, but I just want to do a quick talk about that. Do a little promo for blues comps. And yeah, that's it. All right, take it easy. All right, later, James.